So today we're going to continue working with polygons, and we are going to make a poster today, a polygon poster, and I am going to give you a bag with it was 6 index cards, but we cut them in half. So we cut them in half, and now we have what? 12 what? Triangles. What kind of triangles? Right triangles. What's another way we can call it? Scalene. So now we have 12 scalene triangles. Okay? And we're going to combine them and use 2 of them to make polygons. Okay? And so the obvious one is the original one. And this was the original one. Okay? And what polygon did we form?
A rectangle.
A rectangle. Okay? Or a, how would you, quadrilateral. So here's my rectangle that I just made with my 2 right scalene triangles. So here are my my index card, my 2 right scalene triangles, and we made this shape, a polygon. So I'm going to label it, it's a oops, this one's not working. It's a polygon. And what is a polygon? Somebody tell me, remind me again. Carlos? A closed shape with straight lines. Good. So that's one thing we can say. What else can we say about this? Yes? It's a quadrilateral. And what is a quadrilateral, Emily?
A polygon with 4 sides.
Polygon with 4 sides. What else is it? Yes?
A rectangle.
It's a rectangle. And what are the properties of a rectangle? Somebody remind me? Marissa? 4 right angles. And opposite sides are what? They are parallel. I'll put that.
Equal.
But they're also what? They're also equal. And equal. Okay, what else is it? Jocelyn, what else?
It's a parallelogram.
It's a parallelogram. I think that's the way you spell it. We'll check it. Parallelogram. And what's a parallelogram? Somebody? Jocelyn?
Shape of 2 pairs of parallel.
2 sets or 2 pairs of parallel lines. Good. What else? Anything else we can say about this shape? Okay. So I've pretty much described this shape, right? But now I want to label it. Okay? And I want to put some labels on it. I want to put some symbols on it that tell me some of this information. Okay? And one of the ways that I can label it, and somebody said it earlier, is congruent. What does congruent mean? Yes. Can't hear you.
The same size.
It's the same size, right? They're equal. They're the same. Okay. And so do we see anything that's congruent up here? Yes.
The opposite sides.
Opposite sides, right? We said opposite sides are equal or congruent. So the way I label that is I put a line on it that tells me, that label, that symbol right there tells me that they are congruent. They are the same. They're equal. Okay? And these 2 are also equal. But I'm not going to put 1 line on there. I'm going to put 2 lines, because that tells me that these 2 are equal, and it tells me that these 2 are equal. And if there was another set of parallel of congruent lines, I would probably mark it with how many lines? 3 to distinguish that they're all equal. Okay? Yes, please.
And then you put a box in the 90 degrees.
Oh, so I would label the angles, right? I would measure it to make sure. So I would use a what? Protractor to measure it, and I would find out that they are equal to 90 degrees, and that's how we label a 90-degree angle. We put a little box in the corner, okay? And so just to be sure, we put a 90 degrees there. So we've labeled that. Okay, is there any other way we can label it? What if I did this? What if I did that? What else can I do? Oscar.
You could put AB with the equal sign with a squiggly line on it.
And what is that equal sign with a squiggly line on it?
It's a congruent.
Congruent. So I'm going to do this symbol right there. And that means congruent?
Yes.
Okay. And you said I can put what? AB?
AB.
And what is AB?
It's the top.
It's a side, right? So it's a line. So there's line AB, or side AB, is congruent to what? Yes. To side CD. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Jason.
Side AC is also congruent to side BD.
So I could put AC is congruent, and Oscar says this sign means congruent. Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
To what? AC is congruent to BD. So everybody agree with that? Okay, good. Anything else I can put? Yes. Oh, thank you. Just checking to make sure you guys are paying attention. Good job. All right. All right. What about the angles? Can I say anything about the angles? Yes. Say that again.
AB is equal to BC.
There's 4 angles, right? There's angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D. So, which angle are you talking about? Angle what? And we're going to use that symbol right there to tell us that it's an angle. Angle, let's just say angle A is what? Congruent to angle D. That true? Yeah. And I could put it, it's also congruent to angle B, it's also congruent to angle C, right? So, because they're all equal. But in parallelograms, what do we know? It's a parallelogram. What do we know about parallelograms and their angles? Somebody tell me? No? Maybe you'll discover it today. Okay. Yes, you know something about parallelograms and their angles?
Is it that the angles are parallel?
They're parallel or congruent?
Congruent.
Congruent? Which angles?
The opposite.
Opposite angles are congruent. Why don't we see it? Maybe you're going to see it today when you make your polygons. You might be able to make a parallelogram and see what you can tell me about the angles and opposite angles. Okay? So I'm going to give you a bag with your 12 right scalene triangles, and you're going to make 6 polygons. Okay? They're not all quadrilaterals. Okay? The only rule is that the lines have to match with the other lines. Okay? So you cannot do something like this. It's a polygon, but it's not what I want. I want the lines have to match up. Okay? So you can make 6 of them. And you're going to make a poster. And I'm going to give you a poster size paper. And you're going to place them on here. And when you place them on here, next to it, I want you to label it, and I want you to tell me all about it in as many ways as you can. Okay? Can somebody tell me what you're going to do? Jacqueline.
She's gonna find out all the shape, the polygons you can do with material and you're gonna find out all the properties that describe it.
Okay. And what are you going to do? You're going to write them, right? Okay. And you're going to put 6 different polygons. Okay. All right. Any questions? Everybody know what they're going to do? Yes.
Are we going to do it in pairs?
You are going to do it in pairs. Yes. Okay. So you're going to work with your elbow partner. Okay.
Two sides are same length.
Okay. So it's an isosceles triangle, but okay. Now let's look at the angles. What kind of triangle is it looking at angles?
It has 2 acute,
And what about the third one?
and it's an obtuse angle.
So what kind of triangle is it?
Obtuse triangle.
Let's look here.
It's a
So we know it's an isosceles, but then which kind is it here? It's obtuse, so yeah. So you got to make sure you label that, okay? Yes.
Found this one, but like what kind of quadrilateral?
That's a quadrilateral, right?
Yeah, but like it's not like a trapezoid.
No, it's not a trapezoid. It's a special one. But it is a quadrilateral. It's a polygon.
Specific name?
Yes, it does. If we tie a string to it, what would it be? Huh?
It's a rhombus.
No, if you tie a string to it and take it out, tie a string down here to the bottom, take it outside, and let the wind carry it, what would it be called? You fly it. It's tie a string. And,
Kite.
yes. Isn't that the shape of a kite?
It looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it's called. It's a kite.
Because we thought
Wait,
it
the
was like
shape is called a kite?
we thought it was something.
Okay, but it
like
does
the-
have some properties, right? Let's look at the properties. What can you say about it?
It has,
Doesn't it have 2 right angles?
yeah, 2 right angles
Okay.
and 2. What's that?
No, 1 obtuse angle
Okay.
and 1
Acute. Okay, so you can. Those are some of the properties you can put down. What about the sides? Do you see anything about the sides? Are any of the sides equal?
These
Mm-hmm.
and these.
Yeah. And they're next to each other. Okay. So these two are next to each other. When they're next to each other, they're called adjacent.
Adjacent?
Adjacent.
Adjacent.
Not adjacent. We got Jason. What? Adjacent.
At?
Ad with an AD. Adjacent. And that's called adjacent sides are equal. Right?
Adjacent.
Yeah. Okay? So when it's time to present, I'm going to ask you to talk about that.
Adjacent?
Yeah. Right?
2 sides are.
Next to each other. And
Does it
they-
have a T in the end? Because it sounds like it does.
Right? Because it has 2 sets of parallel sides. So yeah. So you need to measure. Somebody measure. So that equals this line right here, right? It's about almost a 6. Okay, now measure the other one. That's not the same. So you don't have to measure it. What is it?
It's parallelogram.
And look at the properties of a parallelogram.
Sides are the same length.
And that you need to write that down. All right, what are we doing here? Huh?
We're doing these shapes right here, trying to figure out what
The
angles are.
Okay, and so Eduardo, tell me a little bit about one of the shapes.
The
What is this?
triangle, and it's isosceles and acute.
Okay, why is it isosceles?
Because two of the sides are the same, but this one's not.
Okay. And why is it acute?
Because all the angles are less than 90 degrees.
So they're all acute angles. Okay. And what do these lines mean? You see, you labeled it.
That they're the same length.
So that they're, and what's another way of saying that? They are what?
They're equal.
Equal, and they are congruent, right? Okay. Okay. What about here? Tell me about what do these lines mean?
That these two that they're the same. They're congruent, and the top and the bottom are too. And they have 4 right angles.
Good. Good. Why don't we try labeling A, B, C, D, and then do some of the lines also over here? Okay, Eduardo, on this one too. Okay, Jeffrey, you're in charge of measuring. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Okay, and you got to make sure they all equal what? Like for example, this one has to equal what? 180?
No, sorry, 360.
360.
There's something
Okay.
else, a triangle.
All right. Remember when I have you guys present, you both have to be able to explain. So you need to make sure that you both can do it, right? All right. We are going to stop now because I want to have a discussion as far as how you're labeling, how you're classifying it. So I'm going to stop it. You will be able to finish later. Okay, you'll finish your poster. But I really want to talk about what you did. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right now so that we can talk. Then I'll give you some time later to finish your posters together. Okay. Saul and Giovanni, can you come up and show? And I remind you that when somebody is talking and presenting, you are respectful and making good choices by paying attention, not doing your work right now. Right now is the time to pay attention, Jeffrey, and focus on what's happening up here. So Giovanni and Saul are going to make a polygon that they made and make sure it comes out on the camera here. How many of you made this one? You should have all made it. All right, and so tell us, how did you label this? Go ahead.
Well, first we started with a polygon,
So it's a polygon.
and then we put a triangle.
The triangle. Saul, you can go get your poster so you can see how you did it. Saul, why don't you stay up here? Keep talking to us, Giovanni. So it's a polygon, it's a triangle. What else? Tell us more. Talk to them.
Well, it was we measured it, and it is
Isosceles triangle. Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, and you measured it. So you used a ruler, so you proved it. Okay, good. What else is it? Saul?
We didn't really finish, but we also came up with a obtuse angle.
It's an obtuse angle. The top angle is obtuse. Okay, so it's an isosceles triangle and it's a obtuse triangle. Everybody agree with that? Yes. Okay, anything else that you label it as? Did you do any labeling on here, on the shape?
The two sides are equal.
And what do we call that? Congruent. So how would you label that? Would you put a line here and a line here, right? Okay, so you did that. What about the angles? Did you measure the angles?
Not yet.
Did anybody measure the angles? Eduardo, what did you guys get?
On the isosceles obtuse triangle, we got at the top 120.
120,
On the two corners, we got 30.
30, and 30. So 30, 30, and 120. Does that up to 100? Does that add up to 180? So that's another thing we could have written down, is that the sum of the angles is 180. Very nice. Anything else?
Shape. About shape.
Did it know about the shape or about what you labeled? No? Okay. Did it? Okay, thank you. Give him a hand. Leave the shape there. Can somebody come up and do another one? Somebody want to come up and share another polygon they made? Jeffrey and Eduardo, come up here, please. All right, so here's your quadrilateral. Make sure it's on the camera. Make sure it's lined up, Jason. Jeffrey, sorry. All right, so talk to us, Eduardo. What do you see? What did you guys make?
Polygon and quadrilateral.
Polygon, quadrilateral, very nice. Why is it a quadrilateral again?
Because it equals, no, and 4 sides and it equals 360.
The sum of the angles equals 360. Good job. What else can you tell me?
And it's a kite.
It's a kite. So it's a special quadrilateral called a kite. Is there another group that would like to come up and present? Emily and Jocelyn. All right, tell us about this polygon. Tell them about it.
It's a parallelogram. A parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel lines. These are this one parallel line and this is the other parallel.
Okay. Anything else?
The opposite sides are congruent.
Opposite sides are congruent. Okay. Wait. Okay. These two are congruent and these two are congruent, right? All right. Anything else?